back to my channel. Today is my look number 5 from the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette, and I created kind of like this cranberry smoky eye with a matching lip. So if you would like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. To prime my face, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Quick Fix Primer Spray, and then for foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth, and I'm in the shade 230 now. Can you believe it? And then I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of this Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Skin Liquid Lighting, and you see it like went everywhere. It scared me. I don't know if it really did a big difference in the color or the luminosity of my foundation. Like, I think maybe this is one of those products I need to put on before and mix it in with my foundation. But anyway, so I'm just blending that all out with a damp sponge. Now I'm going to be going in with my Maybelline Dark Circle eraser, and then for concealer on top of that, I'm going to be using the NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard. This is literally the only shade of concealer that I can use. Well, what am I trying to say here? I can only use this concealer like a month out of the entire year because I have to be tan for it. So I was pretty excited that I got to bust it out finally. Anyways, and now I'm just blending in my concealer with my Morphe E8 brush, and then I'm going to go over it lightly with my damp sponge again. To contour my nose, I'm taking the Colourpop Sculpting Sticks. I always have a hard time saying that. In the shade New Renaissance. And I've been using these sticks in like all my makeup tutorials lately because I'm obsessed. And then I'm just blending it out with this little nose contour brush. And then I'm also going to be blending out above my lip and on the bottom of my lip as well. Now going over my nose with the Morphe E8, I just want to make sure there's no harsh lines and I have everything blended out. Now I'm going in with the shade Relieve, and I'm just going straight down my nose and on the sides of my nose, and then I'm going to be blending that out as well. So I decided I would try to use this stick to contour with because I've only used it for my nose so far, and I'm going to be blending that in with my Real Technique sculpting brush, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I feel like I need to build up this color a little bit more if I'm going to contour my face with it. I just feel like it just kind of blended into nothing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I guess I'd rather it blended nothing than not blend at all, right? Anyway, so I'm going to be doing my brows off camera, and I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow in Blonde, and then the e.l.f. Light Brown Pomade. Now to set my under eye, I'm taking the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, and I'm going to be setting it with my Luxie 660 Precision Foundation Brush. Oh, I didn't know it was a foundation brush, but hey, I'm going to have to try for that. And I'm just going to lightly dust a little bit of this on the rest of my face with my Too Faced Teddy Bear Powder Brush. For bronzer, I'm taking MAC Give Me Sun. This is another product that I can only use like a month out of the whole year because I have to be tan for it. And I'm just bronzing up my entire face with my Morphe E3 brush. For blush, I'm taking Milani's Berry Amore. This used to be one of my favorite blushes, and I'm going to be applying it with my Morphe E4 brush. And I put on a lot because I like a lot of blush, and then I thought it was too much, so I tried to blend it out a little bit with the stippling brush from Makeup Academy, and then I thought I just blended it like too much, so then I went in and I added just a little bit more. For highlighter, I'm taking Makeup Forever's Pro Sculpting Duo, and this is in the shade 01, and it's this really pretty, like, pink highlighter, and I'm going to be applying it with my Smashbox fan brush. For my nose highlight, I'm taking the Sigma Shader Inner Corner E46 brush. This brush is perfect to get like a straight line that's not too thick and not too thin. I just love it. And then I'm gonna go in and clean up my contour, and I just took the two darkest shades in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Now to set my face, I took the NYX Dewy setting spray. Now to get started on the eyes, we're taking the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and we're going to be taking the shade called MFEO, and I'm using a Morphe G17 brush, and this is just going to be our transition shade. So as you can see here, I had to build up each eye about twice. And now to add some color into the crease and kind of deepen it up, I'm going in with a shade called Hunts, and I'm using a Morphe M330 brush. This came in my monthly Morphe last month, I think, and I love it. It's tapered, so it gets right into that crease. And this might be one of my favorite shades in the palette. Actually, the next shade I'm going to be using is like, I think it's my #1 favorite shade in the palette. But anyway, so I'm just continuing to build up this color until I get it as dark as I like. Now we're going in with a shade called Jax. This is my favorite shade in the whole palette, at least of the matte shades anyways. And I took a MAC 242 brush, and I'm just placing this all over my eyelid. It is so pretty, and it made my green eyes pop like no other. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I love warm shades, but this is good, people. This is good. Anyways, I feel like I have a hard time talking because ever since I got my braces off, like 7 years ago, I have like a lisp. I don't know. It's totally weird, but you can kind of hear it sometimes when I talk. Super weird, but anyway. Now I'm going back in with the shade called Hunts and that same Morphe brush, and I'm just putting a little bit more of this color into the crease. And now back in with MFEO, and I'm just going to lightly blend this around the edges just so we don't have any harsh lines. Now I'm going to be taking the shade called Crayon Apple, and I'm taking my MAC 242 brush as well, and I'm placing this all over the Jax shade, and this is where my look kind of went not wrong, but like a lot different than what I was envisioning. But hey, I rolled with it, and I still really liked how it looked, but I don't know. I just had a certain look in my mind, and it just didn't pan out as I wanted. But anyways, now I'm going in with the shade called Little Lady in this little precision brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just placing this right in the center of my eyeballs, kind of like a halo eye. So I decided to wet my brush with some MAC Fix Plus because I wanted more pigment, and that still didn't do it for me, so I wish I would have just went in with my finger from the very beginning because that's what ended up working. But anyways, so now I'm going on the sides of my eyes with the shade called Crayon Apple just so I can blend those two shades together. So this is where I placed it on with my finger, and I wish I would have just done this from the beginning because I feel like I just wasted eyeshadow. But anyways, so now I'm going to be going in with the shade called Faint, and I'm going to be using a Sigma pencil brush, and I'm using this as my inner corner highlight. And now I'm going in with the shade called In Light, and I'm going to be using this as my brow bone highlight. So I switched to a Morphe E18 and I'm working on the lower lash line, and I first went in with the shade called MFEO, then I went in with the shade called Hunts and I'm just buffing that all in the lower lash line, and then when I'm done with that I went in with the shade Jax and I concentrated Jax on just the outer corner and blended it towards the inner corner because I wanted the darkest on the outer corner. Now I'm going to be applying some mascara. I'm using L'Oreal Miss Manga's mascara, and I'm going to also be applying some Velour Whispie Me Away lashes off camera, and I'm using House of Lashes lash glue, and this is what they look like on. I like them. I did cut a little bit of them off, so after this I probably need to get rid of them. I had them for a while. Anyways, then I applied some Lower Lash Mascara and Sephora Gel Liner and Sly Like A Fox, which you can barely even see. This liner sucks. Anyways, moving on to lips. I'm taking Limecrime's Riot Velvetine. Oh my god, I love this color. It's like a rosy red mauve shade. I don't know, I just love it, and I don't really like red shades, so this I like. Okay guys, that completes this makeup look. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. I feel like I say that at the end of all my videos. But I'm a little disappointed in like the actual lid colors. They didn't come off. Like I had an idea in my head and it didn't quite work for me. So I'm a little disappointed. But I still think it turned out pretty good. It's a nice like fall look. I guess I could wear this in the summer. I mean, it is the summer and I'm wearing it. So, and I love this Riot Velvetine from Limecrime. It is so pretty. It's like a red mauve. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.